lecture series, and today we will be discussing the May-June 2020 paper. Now let's have a look so that it's much more clear to the students. Write name Ali, you will be entering the center name as well, PK, for example 521, candidate number write 0072, whatever it is. Okay, so starting off. Now the first question is, iron tablets are used to treat iron deficiency in the body. Okay, iron tablets contain iron 2 ions Fe2+. A student does a series of titration with aqueous potassium manganate 7 KMnO4 to determine the percentage of iron. Okay, diagrams of some apparatus is shown below. Okay, the first one, name the three pieces of apparatus. The first questions are pretty easy, everyone has a tendency of doing it. Okay, so it is burette. Second is this is known as what? Measuring cylinder. Chapter 1, right, of physics and chemistry. This C pipette, and if you recall it, pipette is used to measure 25 centimeter cube, not more than that, and it is also mentioned on the tube. Okay, the student now records the total mass of 5 iron tablets, crushes the tablet, dissolves them in distilled water and makes the solution up to 250 centimeter cube. Uses apparatus C to transport this, B for this, fills apparatus A with this. This is what concentration, titrates the solution of Fe2+ with 0.005 mole per dm cube. Okay, now the equation for the reaction is shown. Okay, this is what we have to find out, that this is 1 and these are like 5, this is 8, right? So number of moles, they will be helpful in finding the number of moles, because 1 mole of this is equivalent to how many moles of the other in the experiment. Okay, suggest why dilute sulfuric acid is added to the conical flask. Again, why an acid is added, right? Acid is added to provide what? To provide H+ ions. So it is pretty simple, to provide H+ ions. Okay, give the formula of the ion responsible for the pink color seen at the end of point, right? If you recall, there were 3 main solutions, right? Potassium, manganate and etc. So the ion that is responsible is MnO4-, right? There is one of dichromate, there is one potassium iodide, and then there is another one, and these 3 are basically responsible for the colors. They are also known as reducing, some are reducing agents, some are others. Okay, now it shows, a diagram shows part of the apparatus A with liquid levels at the beginning and at the end of titration. Okay, volume used. So initial reading was 0, volume used is how much? Of course, this value minus this value, you are getting a value of 17.2, minus 0 is, we are getting 17.2. So it is, for example, if I recall it 1, 2 and this is 3, so this 3 is equivalent to 1 minus 2. Okay, now another one, 34.2, 17.2, subtracting the value, we are getting this. Now for 3, this is written over here, titration 3, this is 3 that we have to find out. So in 3, what we have? This value. We are going up. How many layers are there? How many partitions? 10, right? These are 10 partitions. So 17.1. This is 17.1. Now this result, this is going till 1, this is 0.7, straightforward. 17.1 minus 0.7, we are getting a value of 16.4. Okay, now when we talk about the fourth one, this I have already told you that this 3 is equivalent to 1 minus 2, right? So we have to find 2. So if I made 2 the subject of this formula, which I have written over here, So what I would be doing, 3 is equals to 1 minus 2. So if I made this the subject of the formula, I will take it over here, I will bring it over here. So this 2 is equivalent to this 1 minus 3. So 1 is 16.9 and 3 is 16.7. I am getting a value of 0.2. I am just putting it over here. Now next part says take the best iteration results in the table. Best iteration results are the ones that are nearer to the value, okay, and these are 16.9 and 16.7. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to find the average volume. Average volume is the average of the best iteration results. So it is the average of these two, right? So average of best iteration results, 16.9 plus 16.7 divided by 2, we are getting a value of 16.8. I hope that it's clear to all the students. Now coming to this. Okay, so we have to find the average volume that is been obtained by the student is 16.9 centimeter cube, and this is given as well. What we have to do, we have to use a series of formulas. Now this is the most important and most repetitive part, right? Most repetitive part. You will see it in every exam. So examiner's favorite part has always been tested. One more thing, often what used to happen in the previous papers, what they used to do, they used to ask us the average volume that has been calculated by us. We used to take this figure, use this figure, right, use this figure and perform the calculations. But now what they are doing, they are giving us the average volume by citing that as second student. So this is where the error occurs for most of the students, and this has happened with many of them. I have been teaching for the last decade and this always happens, like, because we are going in a monotonous manner because of solving the past papers again and again, and when we don't realize this part and we go for it. Okay, so please do concentrate. So the formula for calculating the number of moles is basically the volume multiplied by concentration, but if the volume is in centimeter cube, so dividing it by 1000. So what we have, this volume is in centimeter cube, so 16.9 dividing it by 1000 multiplied by concentration, that is 0.00500, right? Please, the mark is often lost, the marks are lost, right, when we don't pay heed to three significant figure thing. So please be sure that don't lose marks in this respect, right? Three significant figures, and your work should be very clear to the examiner. Okay, so the final answer that we are getting is 8.45 into 10 to the power minus 5. Now, so what it means, that 10 to the power minus 5 is 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and then 8. This is the value that we are getting. Okay, now they are asking calculate the number of moles of Fe2 present in 25 centimeter cube of sample solution. Now this is the part that has been tested in the exams previously. What they used to do, 25, they give 25, and then they later on used to give 250 centimeter cube, if you recall. Now how we will ensure this, that how we will be able to find out. Now let's have a look. Let's have a look at the equation. When we were discussing this equation, I was saying that why this equation is presented to you, because you have to find the number of moles. This is 1, this is 5. Now this would be very helpful in this part. Now when we come to this part, it says calculate the number of moles of Fe2 plus ions, right? Now we found this Mn negative 4 minus over here. This is 1. These are how many? Yes, 5. So the number of moles of Fe2 plus would be 5 times this value, the number of moles of this. So we will be multiplying it by 5. It was pretty simple, but often in the exams, due to pressure, because the time is short and etc., I think it's more psychological that happens rather than practical. Because if you look at it again, in much more calmer situation, we would come to know, okay, oh, that was it. It was pretty much it then. Okay, so if we multiply it by 5, we will be getting the value. We will be getting the value of 4.2225 into 10 to the power minus 4. Again, if I write 4.223, for example, if I round it off, examiners are pretty lethal in this part. They don't spare anyone, right? So please pay attention to the values, right? Because this is the part where values matter the most in chemistry. Mole is the only calculation that you have. In this paper you have this calculation, the only crux of the paper is this calculation. So please don't make this mistake again. Okay. Now when we are talking about calculate the total mass of Fe2 plus in the 5 tablets, so mass is equals to what? Number of moles. Number of moles into molecular mass. This is, or the AR that we have. Number of moles is how much? 4.22 another 25 multiply by 56, and we are getting a value of how much? If we solve it, we are getting a value. So we are getting a value of 0.023. If I round it off, I am getting 237 grams. Okay, the total mass of the 5 tablets is 1.83 gram. Calculate the percentage by mass of iron in the tablets. Okay, so it can be 0.0237 as well, and if you multiply it by 10, it can be, if we multiply this by 10, why we are multiplying it by 10 then? Now let's have a look. The 5 tablets, crushes the tablets, dissolve them in distilled water and makes the solution up to 250 centimeter cube, right? So the value that we calculated of this mass was of 25 centimeter cube, right? If you recall, the value that we calculated from the number of moles and each and everything was of Fe2 plus, right? But they are asking the total mass in the 5 tablets. So this is of 1 tablet. Now for 5 tablets, 250 centimeter cube. The volume is 250 now. If I divide it by 25, because I calculated this value, this whole value is in 25, so it's a multiple of 10. Now they are applying the multiple of 10 over here, and we have to apply this. It becomes 0.237 grams, right? So 0.237 grams is the answer of the total mass. Okay, now part 4. The total mass of 5 tablets is 1.83. Calculate the percentage by mass of iron in the tablets. What is the total mass of 5 tablets? Again 5 tablets. This is the thing, the total mass. Read the question carefully. That is the only thing I can say at this point. So the total mass of 5 tablets is 1.83. If I want to calculate the percentage, 0.237 divided by 1.83 multiply by 100, and I am getting a value simple as that of 12.9%. Again 3 significant figures. Don't miss it because it is mentioned in the question as well. Give your answer to three significant figures, especially in part 4. So please don't make the mistake, this mistake, especially in the exams. I hope you have understood this. Now let's have a look at another question that has been readily tested by the examiner, and this is the color change part or the chemical reactions part, and they just wanted you to memorize this part mainly because you should be aware of it, that how to interpret the values. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, so what is the question that is saying? Question is saying a solution contains one cation and two different anions. Okay, now looking, complete the table, name any gases formed. To a portion of the solution in a boiling tube, add aqueous sodium hydroxide. Right, the solution contains Fe2 plus ions. Remember Fe2 plus, two differences, right? One is Fe2 plus, the other is Fe3 plus. So these are the two. One is green in color. Which one is green color? The Fe2 plus. So what is the observation? The green precipitate. At some place it says slimy green precipitate or etc. So this will work. Okay, to a portion of solution in a test tube, add dilute nitric acid until no further change is seen. A gas is evolved that turns lime bottom milky. Okay, lime bottom milky. So which is that gas? Yes? Any guesses? Which is that gas? So first the gas is carbon dioxide, CO2. So mainly when we talk about gases, three types of questions can be asked. First one is this carbon dioxide one. The test is given. Second is for hydrogen. One is for oxygen. Relights a glowing splint or something. Okay. So remember the test mainly. Okay. Now it says what? Another thing, because this is of 2 marks, so they are also asking for the another part. This is for the gas. Keep the solution for test 3. And we are keeping this solution for test 3. So which one we are using? We are using sulfate ions. So what I will be saying, solution contains SO2 minus 4 or the sulfate ions. Okay, now add aqueous barium nitrate, a white precipitate is formed. Again, if you look for it, you would come to know that dissolve the sampled. Okay, so what we are saying, add aqueous sodium hydroxide and warm. White precipitate is formed, right, which is insoluble in excess, which confirms the presence of calcium 2 plus ions. I hope that you have understood this part. This has been mostly tested in the exams, especially this part, right? This is the part where most of the students lose marks, because if you don't get this one right, then naturally this will be followed, the answer is being followed from over here to over here, over here. So if you get only one calculation wrong, then your whole answer is marked wrong. Provide feedback in the comments. We are starting this refresher course for all the students. So whichever it is, subscribe, share and watch the videos as more as you want to. Whichever topic you want, just write it in the comments. The more the comments, the better the feedback that we will be getting. I hope you have understood this part. This is the end of this session.